in the fisheye now. Feeling kind of screwed again. The landlord does not seem to want to do a lease agreement, and I guess at this point I still have like 3 weeks. I mean, I have indefinite time if I just keep hotel and hostel hopping, but I just can't sign on to a place without signing on to it. I think that is fair. For my own safety and not just throwing money away into the scam pit. I think it's a good call. So I'm not happy to not have a place secured, but I still have time. I'm gonna do another walk to kind of reset a little bit, send a few messages to places, but I assume a lot of places are just getting like tons and tons of messages. And I mean, I guess always worst case scenarios, I can just pick somewhere really far away that's cheap and just do the New Jersey thing. But yeah. Okay, here's my idea. I spend the next week and a half going as hard as I can, trying to get a place here in London, just a general area. I'm gonna accept that I'm not gonna be able to get a spot in the city, and I'll just suck it up. And then if I can't seemingly secure anything good in like a week and a half, like before I start the time in the hostel, then I will look into getting a spot in just like a completely different city, maybe a little hamlet on the coast, or just a cheap Midlands area that maybe it's just completely sucky, but I'll just do it for the experience, or I'll look for like farm stays or something like that. So I might just end up booking more hostels through November, and we'll just see what happens. I think I just got to stick it out no matter what and think outside the box and say, okay, maybe London isn't it. My heart wasn't like, set on this being 100% the spot anyways, so I'll broaden my horizons, and that will hopefully make it cheaper literally anywhere else. So that's where my mind's at right now, just kind of surrendering, letting go, letting the whims of the housing market take me wherever it wants to. Because I don't have the womp to be super picky, and I don't want to just double up what my price is just to live like a year here. I don't think that's worth the money. I'd rather stretch it out and be a little bit more miserable but get a unique experience, I think. So I honestly haven't imagined any other time in my life that I've been like jealous or envious of other people, but there have been times where I'm like walking around right now and just like wish I could swap bodies and just be someone else. And I think that's bad. Not that I should like feel guilt over having feelings, but it's just weird to wish I could be like, oh, if I could just swap into you, Mr. Office Suit Man, and just like live your life, and feeling like my problems would be solved that way. I don't think they would, because I still wouldn't be doing something that I want, but I think my mind is just wanting some sort of stability or normalcy. I was looking at jobs today that have like a live-in feature to them, and I mean, if I get lucky, then awesome, it's going to work. But I mean, a lot of them are like, yeah, just working in like a hotel, and then you're just kind of off in wherever, and you're probably going to be in shared housing with a bunch of other people that you're working with. And I mean, it'll definitely be an experience, but I'm still, every step that I move forward here, I'm still seeing like the labor and intensiveness involved with like pushing forward and living here and carving out a spot, which, yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, I guess. I mean, it's maybe the pit in my stomach that was always there of just knowing that there's going to be a lot of work ahead of me and no part of this is going to be comfortable. That's kind of what the next horizon is looking like, of just, okay, maybe just apply to jobs anywhere, and then if I get a job, hopefully it'll be easier to just move into any spot there. That seems like if I'm not getting a job or getting a place to stay in London will be harder than getting a job here, but getting a job anywhere else would be harder than maybe getting a place to stay. So yeah, I just got to go wherever the wind blows me. And yeah, I just stayed in the hostel literally all day today. I'm gonna go eat my leftover pasta and then go walk around outside. But man, I feel better from talking with Sam and Catalina. And I mean, the only way through or out is through. But I just, the amount of luck required for things to even work, not to even like have like a comfortable, good life here, but to just like be able to maintain staying here, seems like I had to get really lucky, and just like keep playing the numbers game. Realistically, I haven't applied to that many jobs, but I don't know, I feel unqualified for a lot of things. I guess, yeah, if the seasonal things don't seem to go, maybe I will go and get a hostel up north, and then I'll try for the whole month in November to try and get a spot in Edinburgh. And if Edinburgh doesn't go, then I'll suck it up and say, okay, I'll go for a real cheapo spot in Notting Hill or wherever in the Midlands, and then just get a warehouse job or something. But hey, if I do it, it was all done by me, and then I can kind of reload from there. So yeah, less to think about and more just to like do and endure. The enduring will be a big factor. I also feel so like unqualified for a lot of things. I think I'm just gonna have to start lying about stuff and just say, yep, I can do that, or yep, I have experience working as a chef, and just try and go from there. I don't know, man. When I look back, it feels like I have like no skills, even though I can do a lot of things. It just seems like, oh yeah, you gotta be the best at one thing so you can put all your chips into that, and then just hopefully you get hired there. Well, what is it made for a man like me? I don't know. I like my varied work experiences, and I mean, I made the whole film about it, but I just don't know how to remarket that into any other role, even though I'm more than capable of doing what, you know, any other person could do in this world. So yeah, less to think about, more to do, and just suck it up and go.